About you, I ain't about you, now I think I'm clueless. Everything I ever did, you don't forget. How could you do this? You get so mad at me for no reason. I'm thinking like, why would I wanna go through this? Cause I could be ruthless, but you could be ruthless too. I'm in my own head, but you make me feel like I'd be better off if I was dead. Don't check your timeline on Instagram, all them people go get in your head. Wish I could say what I really wanna say, but I'll write it down instead. Take a picture, maybe it'll last longer. I'm a dog, but I can still take it wonder. I got that fruit, sound like thunder. Money in the mattress, make it way taller. Nigga won't beef with me, is you retarded? I gotta find my animal spark it. Aim it at this white boy face, he a target. Take off his high top, fade like the barber. If we into it, best believe they started it. I don't wanna catch nobody at the park again. A lot of personalities live in my head. They live in my head. I done let a couple demons crawl in my bed. Witchcraft, she tryna fuck on my head. Fort Knox, cause his body secure. A lot of my exes was so insecure. They used to hate me, I kept it demure. The devil can't hide, I will walk through the floor. Knock off his demons till there are no more. Burn up his body to switch in my sword. I'm in a realm powered by the Lord, always ready for war. I don't tolerate no fake shit. In the cover, my no baby. Middle fingers up to a broke nigga. He couldn't even pay attention. Ghetto with a bit of grace, nigga. Flying the cool through spaces, spacious. Me and Bully Deuce got aces. Yeah, we got that switch, we facing. Damn, they want me to go on tour. Like, can I bring the AK with me? I ball like Latin Davis on TNC. I'm gonna be on TV. Alex Ray is underrated. He must have forgot. I'm really dangerous. I bet 100 bands when it's said and done. I'm number one. I still be moving. I was thinking about you, I ain't about you. Now I think I'm clueless. Everything I ever did, you don't forget. How could you do this? You get so mad at me for no reason. I'm thinking like, why would I wanna go through this? Cause I could be ruthless, but you could be ruthless too. I'm in my own head, but you make me feel like I'd be better off if I was dead. Don't check your timeline on Instagram, all them people go get in your head. Wish I could say what I really wanna say, but I'll write it down instead. I'm good in my life, I put that on everything. They thought I forgot, but I remember everything. Remember when I laid out all my goals and they said it won't work. Now she watch her tone when she talk, turn around while she talk, do the what. I was a dreamer taking off, now I'm up, do the most. My best friend's presidents, I got bands, keep them close. Lay your glass, I need a toast. Wear your mask, time to go. Nowadays, wake up, I'm feeling like I'm the GOAT. Keep the snakes away, they envy. It's like girls, I got them all. Yeah, these niggas be pretending all their actions see through. My sidekick, I got my shawty, yeah, she eat true. Niggas is fake, be true. I'm at a higher stake and be true. I can't even come back down. Yeah, I left a different place and now you just won't come around. Talk, I don't wanna talk. Go walk, talk, I don't wanna talk. I'm good in my life, I put that on everything. They thought I forgot, but I remember everything. Remember when I laid out all my goals and they said it won't work. Now she watch her tone when she talk, while she talk. Turn around while she talk, do the what. I was a dreamer taking off, now I'm up, do the most. My best friend's presidents, I got bands, keep them close. Wear your glass, I need a toast. Wear your mask, time to go. I do the dash, Danny Phantom, in a Phantom. I go ghost, she like trips, she gon' take them out the country to the coast. Do some dumb shit if you want to. We walk them down, we turn them to smoke. Additional muzzle, it came with the pole. D40s on me, they gon' tear up the road. See, I'm finna turn that little nigga to hoe. My little toolie don't even reload. Touchdown, dance off of the hoes. Step out with the I don't wear the crown. Step out in the Centros. Mister put that shit on my fish, sharper than a pencil. I really make it look simple, stay on your mental. I'm good in my life, I put that on everything. They thought I forgot, but I remember everything. Remember when I laid out all my goals and they said it won't work. Now she watch her tone when she talk, while she talk. Turn around while she talk, do the what. I was a dreamer taking off, now I'm up, do the most. My best friend's presidents, I got bands, keep them close. Wear your glass, I need a toast. Wear your mask, time to go. Yeah, my life, I live it up, I might just turn the city up. She see the ice up on my wrist, she tryna fit in. This is not not no fairy tale, no, it's not written. Keep that iron by my side, even got the smithing. Bitch, they tryna test, showing who's the best, I don't ever stress, cause I pass the essay. Know these niggas cheat up on me cause I try my best, sir. Talk, all they do is talk. I'm good in my life. I put that on everything. They thought I forgot, but I remember everything. Remember when I laid out on my goals and they said it won't work. Now she watch her tone when she talk, why she talk, turn around while she talk, do the what, I was dreamer taking off, now I'm up, do the most. My best friend's presidents, I got bands, keep them close. Wear your glass, I need a toast. Wear your mask, time to go.
It's this one thing that got me tripping. It's this one thing that got me tripping. You did this one thing, you saw me feeling. It's this one thing you did. It's this one thing that caught me slipping. It's this one thing I want to admit it. You did this one thing and I was so ready.
Projects.
First I caught the bag and put a Glock up in it, I'm about it. Next I pulled up on my favorite, I've been made them empty pockets. New tech imported to the city, niggas bringing rockets. I could get it at the retail price and resell it on StockX. I got somewhere I'm supposed to be right now, but I'm in Compton. I've been really bad for business lately, I've been steady dropping. His numbers up, he think he doing better than me, nigga, stop it. Joker got this handshake that could show you that we really locked in. Why my Chevy blinging in the sun while I be trying to pop shit? All I'm really seeing is the money, diamonds in my eyelids. I was really rich before the money, I was lit without it. Always keep the hoes around, they all got tea, they tryna clock it. She done been around for 6 months, can she really help it? Chaining day coming up quick, she gon' get a necklace. Every time I bring malicious round, shit be getting hectic. He gon' let you know exactly who and who not to mess with. Cash behind me, we knocked 3 goals off our checklist. He said it's time to really spin in that big body Benz. Catch me out in ATL this summer, I'm in Christian's crib. Everyone from Detroit to Atlanta finna hear the whip. Since 2021 I've been screaming big body Benz. Hella songs I can't even drop, I don't wanna snitch. I had told him if I die tonight, I don't want y'all to spin. But here's a number I need you to call and they'll take care of it. Knowing that my people taken care of gon' bring me to tears. I done had my ducks all in a row since I jumped in that water. 22 and I'm already thinking about my sons and daughters. I'ma be a father that was way better than my father. He say he a shark, but I'm a shark too, let's see who's stronger. If you find an AR in the bushes somewhere in Ann Arbor, I'ma need my shit back for real, son, I need you to call me. Lately I just ain't been feeling right since I ain't had it on. I ain't coming to your party not for free, since you used to charge. And producers really trust me with they beat, cause they know I'm the hardest. 10 toes down and 2 feet, I don't even bargain. Doggy tryna text about the beans, I'll find a new garden. Doggy must've popped one of his beans, he chasing leafy greens. Finna supercharge this RA and take off like Rocket League. I wanna live stream my antics, but they'll be watching me. I just went and got this new Mac that hold a 50 piece. I ain't even got my CPL and I conceal it still. Met up in the park, but after dark I left him in the field. Rings bigger than the Super Bowl, I'm in the NFL. Sneaker legends know I'm coming through, I'm finna buy a shell. 10 toes down and 2 feet, it's like I never fell. Anybody rapping with this flow took it from LXL. As long as you listen to my songs, I'll make sure you do well. 2 twin Glocks, they need a name like Keenan and Kel. One day my name gon' become essential like it's fear of God. How my gun gon' really trump shit cause it's a 45. Home base gon' be up out of space, my Rick and Morty vibes. Hey, my nigga grinding harder than me, nigga, you a lie. One day my name gon' become essential like it's fear of God. My uncle said I'll be the president because he know that I humble niggas, uncontrollable and unfuckwittable. These niggas cannot miss me with that bullshit, I'm invisible. Your girlfriend done went and got hit cause she divisible. These niggas cannot miss me with that bullshit, I'm invisible.
What up, Chad? What up? What up? What up? I apologize, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. You can't just ever have one tortilla chip. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I just got back from class. I'm hungry. All right, so you go ahead to bear with me. What up? If y'all don't know, now y'all know. It's your boy. In the cut, LXL. You know we back at it with another one, man. First off, we're going to do a little bit of a mic check. You know what I'm saying? Mic. All right, bet. We smooth. listen, y'all, like I said, my bad. We just got from class, so I'm probably snacking all throughout today. But I ain't gonna lie. Congratulations. 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 There's a reason why I'm saying congratulations. Because on tomorrow, it is going to be happy birthday to the MIDI Lab show. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. And the main reason I'm excited, bro, is because I get to take the moment to celebrate the occasion with my dogs. I get to take the moment to be able to, you know what I'm saying, just reflect, you know what I'm saying, on everything that they started. Now, if y'all don't know the origins of the MIDI Lab show and everything like that, man, you know what I'm saying, I'm the one who kind of came in last, you know what I'm saying? Like, I came in when they already kind of had a good thing going and everything like that, man. And they, you know what I'm saying, they had already built something. So I want to give them their flowers for a second and just reflect, because they've been doing this ever since, you know, October 31st of 2024. I think the first time that they ever went live was, Halloween of last year, 2024. And since then, man, they made it a consistent thing to go live every Thursday. You know what I'm saying? Hop on their bullshit. You know what I'm saying? They talk their shit. You know what I'm saying? They done cultivated a whole community, man. The people that, you know what I'm saying, know them and love them. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. Like, people love them. You know what I'm saying? And that go for all the guys, you know what I'm saying? Starting at the top, you know what I'm saying, the top of the food chain, you got L Chapman, who is the organizer, you know what I'm saying? He puts everything together. He do so much behind the scenes, man. Like, I don't even think that y'all realize, bro, like, how much this dude do every single week to make every episode happen, man. Like, L, he truly do work hard, bro. He truly do. He works so hard, bro. And, like, you know what I'm saying, if it comes to topic generation, or if it comes down to, like, you know what I'm saying, how he make the ads, bro, the thumbnails or whatever, running the social medias, whatever, bro, like, he is on top of it, bro. Like, I don't think that dude sleeps. So, like, big ups to him. I gotta move down the food chain and stuff like that, bro, because, you know what I'm saying, everybody got a role and everything, and everybody's got a position, which I love, bro. You know what I'm saying? I moved down to 18 Rabbit, bro. 18 Rabbit, bro, like, if y'all don't know who he is, bro, that dude, when it comes down to the music, the rapping aspect, bro, like, you know what I'm saying, the charisma, I'm talking about the energy of the show and everything, man. Y'all already know that 18 Rabbit gonna bring it every single week, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's as much his show as it is any of ours, bro. So he come in with his best effort every single time, bro. And, you know, he be working too. He be working his butt off too, bro. Everybody here got lives outside the MIDI Lab show. So if y'all, you know what I'm saying, before y'all try to dehumanize somebody, bro, you just got to understand that, bro. All these people got lives outside. Everybody work. Everybody full time. You know what I'm saying? But it's like we still find a way to come back here. And 18 is he's a big portion of why we are able to come together every single week, bro. He's like the glue for us. You know what I'm saying? He's the energy, and he pick it up, bro, when some of the rest of us is slacking behind, man. So big ups to him, bro. Same thing with you know what I'm saying, other members too, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm finna move on to Mike G for a second, bro. Mike G, bro, he do a lot, bro, when it come down to it. But he still, you know what I'm saying, he do a lot off the scenes and everything, but he still makes sure that he's there every single week, bro. Y'all done see Mike G in the car. You know what I'm saying? Coming back from his from picking his daughter up from her recitals and everything like that. This man has a whole family, like, you know what I'm saying? Much like all the rest of them, you know what I'm saying? Got a whole family, like, but he still makes it a point of emphasis to be there, bro. He's always there. He's always giving good input. Y'all know y'all love Mike G for, you know what I'm saying, when it come down to it, y'all love him for his conversation, some of his talking points, some of his takes, and I know for a fact y'all love him for hand signals and everything. Mike G, hey, Mike G good for one of these. Time out, man. Time out. So, hey, look it, bro. And then on top of that, bro, oh my gosh, all the stuff that Mike G has produced for the MIDI Lab show, man, and even before then, bro, you know what I'm saying? He's just a key member, really, bro. So, like, you gotta shout out him. You gotta move on to Jaguar Paul, because y'all know that it just ain't the same without Jag, bro. And I'm talking about, like, left field, like, you know, some of your wildest takes, bro. Like, probably one of the boldest people on the show, bro. Like, in terms of, he gonna say whatever he want to say, bro. He gonna get it off his chest. He gonna say it one way or another, bro. Very outspoken, but a very humble person too. But at the same time, you see what's on my shirt, right? Like, bro, when it comes down to it, bro, like, this dude is just an iconic part of the show. He's just an iconic part of the show, bro. And a person who's giving me a lot of personal advice behind the scenes on, like, how to attack things, how to approach certain things, bro, and everything like that, and how to really, like, come correct. Big ups to Jag because he done had a lot of stuff going this year too, and yet he still made it to so many of the episodes, bro. Episodes where I would have deemed it impossible for him to make it to. Then you know what I'm saying, you turn around and you got the A2 Breezy, bro. One of definitely the most vocal people on the show in terms of getting their opinions out. You know what I'm saying? Teaches me a lot when it comes to like the debate aspect of like our show and what we're doing, bro. And teaches me, I kind of pick up a lot of debate skills up off of bro. Not to mention, you know what I'm saying, the leader of the dialogue right there too, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you talking about he's able to facilitate his own show every single week, bro. And like for that, bro, I gotta give him his props. I gotta give him his praises, man. So I already knew what I was finna do. I knew I was finna come in here starting off. I already knew I was finna give my boys their flowers. Why? Because they deserve it. I don't care if y'all wanted to hear it or not, bro. They deserve their flowers and everything, bro. And tomorrow we are celebrating each other, bro. Because I'm not gonna lie to you. When it come down to it, bro, tomorrow gonna be a whole day of fun, bro. Like I'm not gonna lie. Everybody has got a reason to be able to come in and see the MIDI Lab show tomorrow. And when I say tomorrow, this is Thursday, October 30th, at 10 p.m. Eastern time, 7 p.m. Pacific time, man. Like, nobody got a reason to miss it for real, bro. Like, it's gonna be a really good show, and you could pull up for whatever reasons that you might have, bro. You can pull up for whatever reasons that you might have when it come down to it, bro. You could pull up to network. If you want to network, if you want to promo something, bro, if you want to just kick it with the MIDI Lab, you can do that, man. If you want to, you know what I'm saying, talk business, if you want to talk music, if you want to, you know what I'm saying, if you got something you want us to react to, man, if you got something you want our opinion on, even if you want to call in, bro, we have it set up. We got it set up to where y'all could join into the show. And if y'all want to say something, y'all can. There's literally a reason for anybody to be there. Or if you just looking for a good chill time, bro, we gonna be there, bro. The point is everybody in one spot, and I want so many people to come in and they could either chill and be entertained, or they could come in and utilize, you know, say our platform for whatever purpose they may want to, bro. But the biggest thing, bro, is that we just want to see y'all. We want to interact with y'all, bro, and we want to let y'all know that we done went a year strong, and it ain't the end, man. Also, we previewing a new song tomorrow. If you ain't heard, we are previewing a new song tomorrow. I'm not even going like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even going to sugarcoat it or nothing, bro. Remember when I told y'all that Mike G is just, you know what I'm saying? Mike G and L, you know what I'm saying, have just done so much when it comes to the production aspect and producing music and everything like that. That's MIDI Lab exclusive. Well, for the first time ever, me and Mike G worked together and we created what is known as a banger. I promise y'all, bro. Look it. I ain't even the type to lie to you. It ain't gonna be me. I ain't gonna do it to you, right? If I say that me and Mike G came together and made a banger, y'all gotta understand my standards, bro. I'm so critical when it comes to music, bro. I'm so critical. There's probably some things in life, bro, there's probably some songs y'all could think of off the top of y'all head that to y'all are classics, that to me would be trash. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, I might agree with you. But there's, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got some pretty hot takes, bro. You want me to be honest with you, bro? Hit 'Em Up wasn't a better diss track than Ether, nor No Vaseline. Hell, it might not have been. Hey, look, it might not have been better than Not Like Us, bro. But I ain't gonna say that for sure, bro. But like, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things that I'll mess around and say, bro. Playboy Cardi, Busta Rhymes, I like him sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's what I'm saying, bro. I'm really a music critiquer, bro. Like, I'm really a music critiquer, bro. So if I sit here and say a song is a banger, bro, it's really gotta be a banger, bro. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't just throw that out lightly. With that being said, me and Mike G came together and we made an absolute banger song, bro. And like, with that, I don't want y'all to miss it because it premieres tomorrow. And I do not want y'all to miss it. If y'all miss it, bro, like, I'm dang near gonna feel bad, bro. Like, I'm gonna dang near feel like Probably like a little bit like, you know what I'm saying? Like a little bit shitty on the inside because of the fact that I just know how much went into him making the beat, and not only him making the beat, but then me like really tapping into like, you know, some of the depths, probably like my lyrical ability to be able to do the beat justice. And mainly that was just because of the fact that like, bro, I ain't gonna lie, when Mike sent me the song, I'm out in the city, I'm out in Detroit at an event, and he sends me the song, and immediately I pop on my headphones and I'm just listening to the beat. And he's like, bro, I can hear you on this. And I don't even think I responded, bro. I don't even think that I really responded to him, bro. I heard the beat, bro. I went home and recorded on it immediately, bro. Like immediately, bro. I got to work. And then me and him just came together. Like we just created something great, bro. It's just by that back and forth that like, oh yeah, how you want to, you know what I'm saying? Like how you want to do this? You know what I'm saying? Like boom, boom, boom. How you want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, bro. Yep. A little bit of that right there. A beat drop right there, bro. And it made like a classic. And that's premiering tomorrow, bro. It's called Silk. And if y'all don't know it, bro, that's good because that means it ain't leaked yet. It ain't got out there. But it's premiering tomorrow on the episode. So if y'all tune in, y'all are going to hear a MIDI Lab exclusive, and y'all are only going to be able to access the song on the Brands and Platforms channel. I repeat, you are only going to be able to access the song from the Brands and Platforms channel. It's not going to be on Apple Music like how I usually do. It's not going to be on all platforms. It's going to be on YouTube and YouTube only, meaning that if you want to hear this song, you're going to have to go into YouTube. You're going to have to go to the Brands and Platforms page, or you're going to have to type in Silk, however you get to it, and you're going to have to listen to it there, man. But like I'm telling you, I wouldn't do that to y'all if the song was not worth it. Moral of the story is there's so many reasons that y'all could pull up, you know what I'm saying, to the MIDI Lab show tomorrow, bro. So like, please, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? All y'all gotta do is pull up, bro. All y'all gotta do is pull up. Also, you know what I'm saying? I know I don't be pushing it for real, but bro, y'all see this. Y'all see this Instagram, man. Y'all see this Instagram. I done had it up now for about the last 4 weeks, bro. Come on, just hit me with a nice little follow, you know what I'm saying? Hit me with a nice no follow, bro. I be, you know what I'm saying? I be working, y'all. I be working. I be posting content everywhere. So please, bro, you know what I'm saying? It'll help out a lot. But without further ado, now we could get into what we getting into. So I ain't gonna lie to y'all. When it comes down to it, I had a couple, you know what I'm saying, requests, you know what I'm saying, for like things that people wanted me to react to. I had this pulled up. Somebody did mention this. That's why it's right here. But like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't know if I'm gonna end up reacting to this because it's like really pretty long. But I do want to get into this one first. Actually, no, this isn't the right one. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Hold on. Actually, yeah, we'll watch that one first. We'll watch it first. We'll watch this one first. Come on.
Teacher fired on her first day for sexualizing students. Video by Maury. Okay, let's go ahead and check this out, man. What is going on?
So this
Grab your popcorn, bro. We in for a decent one. I ain't gonna lie to you.
24-year-old substitute teacher from Memphis, Tennessee, by the name of Miata Borders, was recently fired after, and I quote, allegedly sexualizing a student.
Okay.
So you can see the desk attendant said that she looks like a student. Keep that in mind.
Today was really a breeze. My kids ain't had to do too much, man.
Oh, wow. She does look very young.
To be honest,
Crazy.
I let them do whatever
I definitely didn't have no teachers looking like this in school.
they want to do.
That's actually a crazy statement to make. I actually let them do whatever they want to do. That's actually a wild ass statement to make. I let the kids do whatever they want to do. I'm that kind of teacher. Yeah.
I mean, that's how a lot of substitute teachers are, to be real. And if I had to guess, just based on the way she's carrying herself, she's probably into chicks, right?
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Did y'all subs used to let y'all do like whatever y'all wanted? I remember anytime that a sub would pull up, bro. I remember like that was when, bro, we used to just act the worst, bro. Like if a sub pulled up in that class, oh yeah, we already knew what it was. We ain't doing no work. They would sit there and try to tell us, you're like, oh yeah, this is gonna be graded tomorrow. So, bro, we wasn't doing no work, bro. We was in there talking to our friends. We in there goofing off. We in there laughing, bro. It ain't even matter, bro. I'm pretty sure one time there was a sub at our school, bro, and we had a whole entire ward, bro, like in the hallway, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like it was like a ward, bro. I don't even remember what the ward was character. Like, I don't even know what we was really beefing over or what we had a war about. All I know is that our school had these doors that led to the outside, and you could open them from the inside, but from the outside they was locked. And I remember, bro, like 10 people threw like this one dude like out them doors. We threw him out the doors, bro. Yeah, bro. We threw him out the doors, bro. Opened up the doors, threw him out there, bro, and then locked his ass outside. And a whole teacher from a whole different class had to come and like get us and like shout at us and like, you know what I'm saying, ended up letting them back in. It's crazy, bro. Like school is honestly a wild place, bro. Like, man, school is honestly it's a crazy place to be, man. It's a crazy place to be. Let me tell you like that.
Took me a little lunch break. Yeah, they got it going on at this junk. They stay bound, okay then. Damn, shorty. Sheesh. Man, I gotta get up out these school kids trying to take me down, man.
Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck?
And then I look so young, I look like one of them.
Yeah, and that's
No, that is predator talk right there, boy. That is predator talk right there.
And is what actually got her fired. I'm going to continue to play the rest of the video, but I mean, good God, the optics in this is already crazy. How do you say a wild ass statement like sheesh as a couple of the high school girls were coming into frame saying damn shorty, which is already a highly sexualized statement in and of itself. Like if you say damn shorty, like that literally means in common lingo, you like what you're seeing. Now, I'm not going to say or speculate on as to what she saw that she may have liked for her to say damn shorty, but I will say though the optics are horrible regardless of her intent.
I mean, it's pretty clear. She said, I gotta get up out of here before they take me down. Nah, man, that's sick.
Right? You have this frame, right? Couple of girls coming into frame. They're looking at her. She's looking at them. One is smiling, right? And she goes on to say, sheesh, damn shorty. I mean, that's crazy, right? Like, that's literally crazy. No, commenting insane on what could be a couple of 15 or 16.
Yeah, if a male teacher did this, I mean, they would have his head on a fucking platter.
16-year-old girls. I mean, people in the comment section are even acknowledging saying, and I quote, damn shorty? Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. She's 15 with a picture, a literal picture of Aries Spears. Another person said, damn shorty, to a child. Another person said, damn shorty, they kids trying to take you down. These kids are trying, like, I just got a question. How could any of these young ladies take you down? Like, even that statement in and of itself sounds crazy. So if I'm the school administrator or if I'm the principal or on the board of education, you're getting fired immediately.
Oh yeah.
Damn shorty. Sheesh. Man, I gotta get up out these school kids trying to take me down, man. Then I look so young, I look like one of them.
Never gonna then I look anything ever again. You ain't even coming off the bench. You ain't never gonna substitute anything ever again in your life. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, it's over for you. I ain't gonna lie, you done.
So young, I look like one of them. You know, we saw David say something similar in an interview. There seems to be this weird thing with a lot of these predators, let's call them for what they are, these predators where they see themselves as children.
That substitute teacher that was fired on her first day was not ready to step foot in no classroom. Getting told that you look like one of the students is not the compliment that you thought it was.
Yeah,
they were saying that
definitely.
You look childish. It wasn't giving professionalism is what they're saying. Why are we wearing big chains to go sub a classroom? Are you coming to teach or are you coming to impress?
That is a good question. Are you
Yup.
coming to teach or are you coming to impress? Listen, based off of what I was able to find,
Yeah, me personally, I don't like it when I see these teachers trying to fit in with the kids. You know, I don't like it.
That's
No,
what
this
happens
person
when
just
you
agree-
young. When you low key too young to be doing this, I ain't gonna lie. That's kind of what happens. That's kind of what happens. If you had me and you told me I got to be a substitute teacher, bro, for some high schoolers, I ain't gonna lie. I might come in that bitch buffied up too, chained up. You know what I said? I had a big chain on me. Now that don't mean I'm gonna be over here making comments and nothing. High schoolers, bro. Bro, them motherfuckers is like children. I mean, they might as well be 8. You know what I'm saying? Once I graduated high school, I ain't gonna lie, you guys were minuscule to me. You know, peons. It's like, no, let me stop. Peons.
Rampage, I can tell you and assure you that this person is all about fashion, and they're, you know, they like the attention, they like the validation, and you know, yeah, they have some very nice fits. They got some nice clothing for sure, and they do fit a particular type of aesthetic, right? Like the hype beast clothing.
Hey, bro. She kind of look like King Bonnie, y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? No.
Type shit, right? I will say though that although I don't always like to judge a book by its cover, if I saw this person and somebody asked me, do they look like a teacher? Does this particular individual, who is a woman, a female, look like the type of person to be the appropriate figure to teach kids as a teacher? I'm gonna be honest and say no, I don't think they look the part. Not saying that there aren't lovely female teachers out there who look like this, you know, with this particular style and aesthetic. I'm just saying that pattern recognition, you know, simple observations is what I'm saying. It leads me.
Look, I'm not really going to pass any criticism about her personal fashion choices, but I do think it's important that we can clearly identify teachers in schools. I think it's important that you should be able to see somebody and know that they are a teacher and a person of authority, just like police officers, right? You see a cop, you know right away he's a cop. I think the same kind of mindset is important in school settings, especially when you're teaching children. So, yeah, me personally, I'm not going to overly police the way that people dress, but I do think this is one situation where dressing in a certain kind of way is better.
These are the probability of her doing some shit that we just saw in this video.
Can we talk about the damn shorty? Who's the shorty? Not that child that you were recording, that you should have never been recording in the
Right.
first place. There's no way. And then
Yeah, this is also something that I don't like that clearly is becoming more popular among teachers on TikTok. This idea that they are recording
Melissa,
minors
what up,
without
what
the
up,
consent
Brody?
of their parents and then posting it on social media.
follow it up with sheesh. Truthfully, if you never ended up back into a classroom again, I wouldn't be upset.
I gotta say as well, it was weird for her to even be filming in a school. Like, I get it, she's a content creator and all that, and as content creators, we want to get views, we want to go viral, and we want to get as many eyes on our content as possible. But I just gotta say, assuming she's a substitute teacher bouncing around from school to school, who first and foremost told her that she could film in school? Second of all, who the hell hired her? Like, genuinely speaking, if I'm the person in control of hiring substitute teachers, for her to look like that, she's got to have one hell of a resume, or my school has to just be in one of the worst places possible to where we are forced to hire someone like this. I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty sure there's a lot more qualified substitute teachers out there who could have taken her spot, who dress a little more professional, who talk a little more professional, and who actually are more respectable to the
This guy might be a little bit racist, y'all. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. He might just be just a smidget. And the reason why is because he's profiling this lady, even though, you know what I'm saying, and this is a hindsight like statement, which is why I'm not giving it a lot of, you know what I'm saying, validation. Anybody can have tattoos, anybody can have dreads, and anybody can have anything. You can't just profile them and say, "Oh, I think I'm gonna go with the other person," just because I see tattoos and dreads. You know what I'm saying? That's not indicative of the type of quality of effort, or, you know what I'm saying, type of quality of work you're going to
environment of which they're going to be working at.
I don't know about what you mean by talk a little more professional. What was wrong with the way that she's speaking?
Lastly, I understand
I
everybody.
mean, okay, if she's an English teacher, then yeah, she needs to set a good example. But if she's speaking in a way that the students can understand, I don't see a problem with it.
Wants to be a content creator, but we have to understand There's time and there's place. Recording like that on your first day is crazy work. Recording yourself putting your feet up on this teacher's desk is also crazy work. Recording the students, also crazy work. That was your first day and you did too much.
And that's why she got fired. She just did way too much. And it seems like it's not only at school.
Yeah, King Von, I ain't gonna lie, you was tripping for that one, King Von. KV, you know you was tripping for that one, right? You know, bro. You was tripping, Von.
Where she's doing way too much. It seems like even just on her regular account in the privacy of her own home, she's doing way too much.
Yeah. I'm definitely not hiring this person to teach and steward children. I'm just not.
Bro,
like I genuinely, I gotta understand who the hell hired this person. Did you not check their social media beforehand before actually thinking it was a good idea for this person to be around a whole bunch of teenage girls?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna even comment
What is
on
with the whole pulling her
what I
pants
just
down
to be
shit,
around
by
her.
the way? What is this? What is this? And what's in her pants? I know y'all see that shit too. What is that?
no, you gotta put it. You gotta
Okay.
put it.
I don't know what's going on, man. Nah, man, that gotta be some kind of prosthetic or some shit like that, which, okay, do what you do in your own, the comfort of your own home and all that.
He said a
But
prosthetic is crazy.
I don't think this is good for teaching kids, man.
Like, I'm not going to even comment on what I just saw, what we all just saw, which is the most obvious thing. I'm also hearing based off of the comment section that she got banned. Her
Right.
TikTok page got banned. It was formerly named thehandmaid.ceo. So I just got to wonder why. Well, why did she get banned? What kind of content was she posting to her TikTok page? But as per usual, the substitute teacher, after filming that video and having the other content that we saw from her TikTok page, of which she ultimately got banned for, came out acting like the victim, saying everybody took it out of context and not taking accountability for her actions.
As you guys may know, I am the substitute that was recently fired from teaching because of my TikTok. It's honestly so sad how sick the world is that you guys automatically mischaracterize me fully without further context. I'm a content creator, I record everything I do, so it was typical for me. And as you guys know, if you create content, you will know that everything you see is not what you get.
Exactly. I will agree with it. As a content creator, not everything you see is what you get behind the scenes. That said, if you're going to be teaching in a public school,
You ain't even addressed the damn shorty, though. You got to explain that shit. If you want people to understand you, at the very least got to explain what that damn shorty meant and why you said it and why were you recording that young girl when you were doing it.
No cap.
Yeah, I ain't buying this one, buddy.
you should not be filming the kids who attend that school. I can't excuse that.
Majority of the content that you do see was recorded while I was alone. It looked as if I had a class, but I did not have a class, and the school knows that. I did not have a class. I had nothing but free time. And as I explained to Lake Cormont when I first arrived, this was my very first time subbing ever. I had absolutely no idea that I couldn't record students, or else I definitely wouldn't have done it.
That's crazy. So this was her
Right.
first time subbing, her first day ever in any school subbing. She's never taught any kids before this, and she was already fired, bro. Holy
Yeah.
shit. That's got to be a new world record for being the fastest person to ever get fired as a substitute teacher.
On TikTok before I worked, and that's what I seen. I'm by far no predator or anything close to it. That is insane for it even to be put onto me. I truly just thought I was doing something good for the youth. Like, honestly, and I was enjoying it. I wasn't going to make a video, but I've been receiving an awful amount of hate. I feel like it was necessary for me to clear my name up. I do apologize for this once again, I truly do, but I had no idea this was prohibited. I assure you that it would have not been posted.
Yeah, I'm sure people aren't comfortable with the idea of you posting minors to the internet on your personal social media without the consent of their parents. But I don't think that is really the source of the outrage. It was the fact that you were essentially hitting on a minor, and then you posted that, and you're not addressing that here.
What I meant by shorty in the terminology, the kids were going to take me down were absolutely not what you guys took them as. Those kids were smaller than me, shorter than me, younger than me. They are shorties, they are young. That absolutely means nothing with flirting. My terminology is much different from you guys. So I said the kids were going to take me down, as in a phrase of the kids all together. That absolutely did not mean anything sexual.
So I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt and say, okay, maybe
So shorty just means someone that's short.
Damn, it's crazy though.
Yeah, get this chick out of here.
He wasn't in her mind with those words trying to be sexual. But we gotta understand the optics of this. Saying sheesh, like sheesh, damn, shorty, and take me down all in the same sentence.
Oh, and take me down meaning what? They were all gonna gang up on you and what? Wrestle you to the floor? They were barely paying attention to you. So, yeah, I'm calling cap.
While in the proximity of 15, 16-year-old girls while filming them as they're passing by is horrible optics. It just, at face value, what do you expect people to think? Like, seriously.
It is sick to even think of this. I am a content creator. I am known. The kids knew me. They were supporters of mine. So I say take the kids were going to take me down. It means it's the same way that supporters do anybody else that they support. I'm no different from them. I'm no different from them. I handle myself more than properly. I do have a fan base. I do have...
I've never heard the term take me down used in that fashion.
Supporters. I do have people that know me. Those kids already had knew me previously. But it was several kids coming up to me trying to see, am I that person? That's what I meant by take me down. All hassling me at once is what I meant. Absolutely didn't mean anything sexual from kids. That is sick.
Now, it is sick, but I gotta say again, damn, shorty, sheesh, take me down. All while in the angle that the camera was in, while those words were coming out of your mouth is crazy. Like,
and it was clear that you were focusing on one girl. You weren't scanning all the kids. Not that really, in hindsight, I don't think it would have made it much better. But the fact that you were only just focusing on one girl, it makes it clear what you were saying.
The entire 2 days that I worked at Lake Cormorant, I did nothing but my job. I was to myself. Not one single kid that could say that I did or said anything inappropriate my time at Lake Cormorant those 2 days. It was truly just a misunderstanding. But now that I see we're creating content...
Yeah, well, predators don't typically try to strike on their first interaction with children. They try to, you know, see where the boundaries are, see what they can get away with, see who is vulnerable. They watch and observe for a period of time before they actually do something, right? A lot of these teachers who end up sleeping with their students, they aren't shooting their shot on the first day of school, you know? So, yeah.
It's easy to misunderstand and misinterpret things because everyone is free to their own opinions. That doesn't mean just automatically mischaracterize me. Like, truly, like, honestly, you guys, I would truly have to be an idiot to know that I'm doing something wrong that would lead...
Listen, a lot of teachers, and I don't agree with this, but a lot of teachers are making content out of their job and even having children in their TikToks, and they don't get hit with these accusations. When people are calling you a predator, you really got to take a good hard look in the mirror because that's not an accusation that most people ever get.
I absolutely did not know. What I said in a voiceover was absolutely not meant how you guys took it. I just talk very differently. My slang is different. I do realize that those are students and I am an adult. I should have been way more professional with my word choicing. But again, kids had absolutely no clue that was an additional voiceover that I added on TikTok. I do realize the mistake I made, honestly and truthfully. I was just in the moment being myself. I wasn't thinking inappropriately at all. I'm still learning. I am aware of that, but I honestly truly didn't know you guys. Like, I just didn't. It's no way that I would have posted it. I wasn't thinking inappropriate. Truly, sincerely to the bottom of my heart, I do apologize to all of the parents and students at Lake Cormorant. I actually loved you guys' school. I would have loved to work there. Like,
oh yeah.
I know you guys have mischaracterized me, but I am a great person. Like, I am a great person. Aside from the tattoos, I'm an excellent person. I do apologize.
You know, great people don't typically have to walk around telling other people that they're great people. Usually just based off of their...
Like, I absolutely did. Again, and I just want you guys to, like, give me some grace. This is my first time subbing ever. You see, I'm a content creator. This is my first time subbing. I was trying something new, trying to give back to the kids, which I would have loved to do. I enjoyed myself the time I was there, but I'm fired.
All right, so we heard the entire video. Right. And honestly, I think maybe she is being honest in terms of her intent. But again, the optics and the words that came out of her mouth, just, you know, had they not fired her, would have made the school look horribly. Like, they had no choice. Even if...
And look, the constantly comparing herself to them, oh, I look just like them, I'm just like them. That is a very, very bad sign, a big red flag.
The administrators didn't want to fire her. There's no way in hell that you could have a content creator / teacher at your school, who's a substitute teacher, by the way, who's also 24, a new employee, saying these things. The videos are going viral. Bro, it would have just been a media shitstorm, and I'm pretty sure the school admins had no choice.
Schools that are teaching children that look like this, let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and until next time, peace out.
Bro, that's wild, bro. That is wild. That is wild. That is wild. That is wild, bro. I ain't gonna lie. You ask me, bro. Keep her far from any school. I ain't gonna lie, they need to revoke her little substitute teaching license and everything, bro. But with that being said, this is really the one I was looking for right here, bro. But yeah, you can't really cut her no slack with that, bro. You can't cut her no slack with that.
Now he's there.
This is the one I was looking for.
And then at the same time, if you want to empower black,
bro, I just need y'all to see this title right here. I need y'all to see this title, so I'm finna bring it up for it. Sinners is woke trash with fat black women is crazy, bro. As a black man to say this, bro, that is so wild, bro. That is so wild, bro. Like, dog, it actually tripping. Dog was actually wilding on this one.
Black people, bro. Why would you have this big black fat girl be the representation of like the black savior woman? She was the one that knew the shit. She knew how to kill the vampire.
This big black fat girl is crazy, bro. First of all, let's take a look at the actress. He's talking about this woman, my friends.
Right.
This tall glass of water is what he's describing as a big fat. I mean, he should have just thrown in ugly while he was at it, because you know that's how you feel. He was trying to say that this.
What up, chat? What up, chat?
Sinners is trash. Video by Stevie Knight. Now, when it comes to the self-hating black man, especially the ones that we see on the...
Hey, mind y'all, anything that y'all want me to react to or something like that, just tell me, bro. Just tell me in the chat. Anything y'all want me to react to, bro, I'll react to it. This is just something I already had up on the chopping block.
Conservative right, these MAGA black people like a Stevie Knight, like a Brandon Tatum, you know, they like to make the argument that what it is that they're doing is holding the black community accountable, right? It's those aspects of black culture that seem to be self-destructive that they're really speaking out against. But when they have an opportunity to critique a piece of black art, like the amazing movie Sinners, which I've watched twice now, great movie, excellent performance from Michael B. Jordan. When it comes to critiquing black art, the true self-hatred and raccoonery starts to shine through. Because when you take something that is just nothing but positive and artistic and creative, and you still find a way to shit on that and degrade that, well, you reveal you're not holding anybody accountable, sir. You are a white supremacist that hates black culture and everything to do with your blackness. If you could, you would wave a wand and be a white man. All right, let's go ahead and check out this video by Stevie Knight. Abba and Preach has covered it, so has Jew Almighty. And so now I'm going to take a swing at it.
Go ahead.
Hey, so disappointed. Sinners was
Ass.
I don't get it, bro.
I get it. Hold on. We're going to go right back. We're going I get it. I get it. I saw what you did. See, here's what bro did, right? He dabbles in the milk at home. All right. Now you just got to know what that means if you don't know what that means. He dabbles in the milk at home. That's a black man. He splashes around in his milk at home. So it's no surprise that if you took the milk with you to go see Sinners and the milk didn't like the message of Sinners and you is sitting next to the milk and you realize you got to go home with the milk, it makes sense that when the milk don't like the movie, you're going to be like, yeah, I don't like the movie either. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? We see it now. Y'all gotta see the little details, bro. Y'all gotta see the little details.
We're gonna talk about it though, but that movie was fucking trash. I'm so disappointed. That movie was butt cheap.
Yeah, and then why y'all gassed it?
Gas. That movie was.
Of course, she speaks like a black woman from the hood too, right?
It was not
And
good.
we thought we was the only ones, but then I went to the bathroom and I was talking to bros that just watched it, and they was confused as shit. Like, bro, what the fuck did I just watch? My book is better than the Sinners, bro.
Why is Stevie pretending like he can read? Why are you doing that? You don't got to do that, bro.
I ain't even capped, dog. Ain't even close, bro. But I don't want to come across as I'm hating, bro. I don't, dog. But it's just because of the fucking hype, bro. You know what I'm talking about? I was hyped, bro.
You can't call a movie that has been so critically acclaimed. It's loved by fans. It's loved by movie critics. Who are you to say this shit is trash?
You feel me? Like, it always happens to me, though, bro.
I ain't saying you gotta love it. You feel me? I ain't saying you gotta be like, this is the best movie you ever seen, but trash?
It always happens to me when things are hyped. They never live up to the expectations. There's that, but then this just
rated in the
tanked.
What y'all
as far as I'm concerned, bro. I am a horror movie lover, dog. It's my favorite genre of movies, bro. And it's vampires on top of it, and I'm a vampire enthusiast, bro. Like, I'm a vampire buff. You feel me? I like everything vampires, bro, from the 30 Days and Nights to hell, the Blades, bro. Right? Underworlds. You know what I'm talking about? Let Me In. The Draculas, bro. Hell, I fuck with Vampire in Brooklyn. Goddamn. Yeah, I even fuck with Twilight. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk. The first time I seen
this nigga think Twilight is gas, but Sinners is trash. Wow, man. Terrible.
I went and peeped through the red box because everybody was gassing it. Kind of the same situation here. Right, and I'm watching it thinking I'm about to see some vampire shit, and I see these vampires' skin all twinkling in the sun. Like, what type of gay shit is this, bro? But then when I understood what it was about, you know what I'm talking about, it's vampires, but it's pretty much a whole Romeo and Juliet type of situation, like, werewolves, vampires, same thing but Underworld, you know what I'm saying? Dope storylines, though, right? So once I understood that, I rock with Twilight. I understood the concept. But this right here, especially when you classify it as horror, you know what I'm talking about? Especially when you classify it as horror. You know what I mean? And I am as critical comes when it comes to movies, bro. That's why I don't even try to go watch new movies these days, bro, because can't nobody come up with no fresh ideas and, new scripts. I feel like they keep recycling the same type of plot.
Sinners is a completely new movie, a new storyline, new characters.
Hold up. Because there's one thing that he said that might have made a little bit of sense, right? Y'all got to think about this, right? It's the lens. It's the lens at which you seeing it through, right? So put on your lenses for a second, right? When y'all went to go see Sinners, I know y'all ain't go see it opening day unless you was a Michael B. Jordan enthusiast. So I'm just going to assume that it was like me. And, some black relatives or some black friends of yours told y'all, hey, y'all should go see that movie Sinners. It was low-key gas, right? When they said it, that black people, what I'm saying? Black people can't keep their mouth shut. They probably told you, like, yeah, it's like some real life lessons in there. I don't want to spoil it, but it's some real life lessons in there. You know what I'm saying? And some real life stuff. Like, it's talking about real world things, man. And you're going to get the concept by the time you walk out of there of like what the movie was really about. If you was watching it through that lens, you're going to look at it and be like, wow, that was a really interesting movie and a pretty good movie. But if it was portrayed to you like, oh man, this is a good horror film with vampires, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I can see how you'd be I can see how you'd be thrown off by the movie. You're not looking for the right thing. If you were looking for a good horror film, you're going to watch The Conjuring. You're going to expect something along the lines of The Conjuring. Everybody's gassing it because it's up there. You know what I'm saying? You thinking about something like Nightmare on Elm Street. You think about something like, like it's a lot of good horror films. I say Sinners was more probably like along the lines of like thriller. It wasn't scary at all, bro. That was like budget scary. Like as scary as like maybe like the Leprechaun was. I don't know if y'all know that movie, bro. Leprechaun, bro. It was scary like that, bro. Like it wasn't scary, bro. It's more like a thriller. And then on top of that, if you talking about vampires, if you was looking for realistic vampires, yeah, You was watching the wrong movie, and the reason I'm gonna say that, bro, is because there's no way in hell, in any type of world, that you gonna have 6 humans, 6, 7 human. I don't know how many humans it was. There's no way in hell you gonna have humans boxing with vampires for real. If you know anything about a vampire, bro, these niggas got super strength. They fly. They mind control, bro. They can go invisible, bro. Like vampire, a human would never be able to box with a vampire. So I see it. If you was looking at it through the wrong lens, I could see maybe what you was talking about, bro. He missed the point.
A fresh script. Insane.
Over and over and over again using different actors. But in the plot ain't even nothing, bro. It ain't even nothing, dog. It's going on during Jim Crow, right? I think it's either Mississippi or New Orleans. I don't forgot. It don't even matter, bro. It's back in Jim Crow with the black folks. You feel me? Michael B. Jordan's one of the main characters.
Like, listen to how he talking, bro. Back in Jim Crow with the black folks. It's like, nigga, you're black. This country would not exist without black people, bro. Like, it wouldn't.
He plays himself twice because he plays a twin of himself, so it was 2 of him, and they like some prohibition gangsters back then, right? Making money the illegal ways or whatnot, and they hit a lick in Chicago, come back to wherever it is. I can't remember where it was, but back to their hometown or whatnot. Buy a barn from an alleged KKK member who claimed he's not KKK no more, and they turned the barn into a juke joint. Well, that's the intention, and then like the first 30 minutes is just developing this plot where they going around recruiting who they need to run the juke joint for the grand opening that night, right? Okay. So they pick up a musician, they pick up a cook, they pick up a security guard, right? You know what I'm saying? Highlight their little stories or whatnot. You see the main love interest, Josh Allen's girl, right?
So far, name me one movie that has done this before. Just even up to this point, right? You got 2 twins, black twins. They go off and they finesse the Irish. They finesse, I think it was the Italians, right? They had 2 different groups of people that they finessed, white, crime organizations in the North. They came back with all of these resources and they wanted to create a space that was high quality, that their own people could enjoy and celebrate, and it take time to forget about the troubles and the worries that come with living in Jim Crow America. Already a very novel idea, and we ain't even get to the vampires yet, nigga. This shit already tough. What are we doing?
Pretty white girl, and she's involved with one of the twins. You know what I'm saying? And then juke joints popping, right? And then vampires randomly pull up.
And he like kind of blowing over the fact that bro was with a white girl who was really a mixed chick, but she was high white. You know what I'm saying? White passing. And I love how they even integrated that, because that is also a part of black history, right? The love and relationships that happen between black people and non-black people, most noteworthy in our history here in America, white people, and the conflicts and the problems that brings. You know what I'm saying? It's an incredibly complex movie, man. Maybe that's why it went over his head. We all know that Stevie Knight, he didn't get them free lunches at school, so he a little slow.
The introduction to the vampires, when it was initial, you see a man running through grass to a house, and that's how they introduced the vampires. Right. I understand the connection of the vampires to the barn with the music or whatnot, which I'll get into later. But eventually the vampires pull up to the juke joint, want to get in, right? Eventually the black folks and the vampires bump heads.
I mean, you kind of skipped some parts, but all right.
Vampires end up fucking the majority of the black folks up.
Right. Yeah.
Like the story
That's
is
pretty much it.
Much there, dog. And there's so many gaping holes throughout just the literal script.
Go ahead. Let's hear it.
And it took entirely too long for the motherfucker to develop for a horror story. And you gotta understand my perspective. I'm coming in this motherfucker looking for horror, looking for vampire, looking for dope shit, right? I will say the acting was phenomenal.
It's so funny. If we rewind to the beginning of this video, when he was glazing Twilight, because he liked that shit. He loved them white vampires, you feel me? he acknowledged how at first he didn't get it, but when he realized that it was really a Romeo and Juliet story with vampire shit kind of like woven into it, then he learned to appreciate it. He can't do the same for Sinners, though. Sinners is not just a jump scare vampire movie. It is a complex movie talking about Black history that interweaves this vampire component.
Acting
What
was
up?
superb.
What up? What up? What
I
up?
mean, cinematography.
Okay, if a movie has superb acting, it automatically can't be trash. Acting alone will make a movie like it was cool. You feel me? Like even if it has a weak script, a weak storyline, a lot of cliche plot points, really top tier acting, like what we saw in Sinners, it would make the movie at the very least straight. It was cool. You could say it's overhyped. You could say it's overblown. You could say, I didn't really love it like that. Now, of course, Sinners was an amazing movie, but I'm just saying this is revealing how the real problem Stevie has, man. And it's because it's a movie that is empowering to Black people.
Right.
Photography was cool. I mean, like the production of it was cool.
Cinematography was amazing.
But as far as just the script and what they were doing with it, bruh, it's like
the script was amazing. Why is it paining him so much? Why is it paining him so much to even go through this?
I don't even know where to start, bro. There's so many gaping holes. Like at the beginning.
How did y'all feel about Sinners? On a scale of 1 to 10.
Think that the movie was trash?
Man, that's
On a
just
scale of 1 to
ass,
10.
bro.
Put in the
Like,
chat.
listen,
How did y'all feel
listen
about
to one of his friend how he sounds. Like, what made you think the movie was trash?
How? In what regard? Please
Exactly.
elaborate.
There's so many holes in it as far as the movie, because I'm a horror buff and I'm a vampire dude, bro. So as far as executing a horror film, including vampires, they dropped the entire ball on that, bro.
Yeah, no, I told you that. Remember, I said it's not about the vampires.
I know it's not about the vampires, but
So
if you
he
use vampires, you
told
gotta do it right. You know what I'm
Bro, so he told you, bro, it's not about the vampires, and you still went in there looking for the most realistic and badass vampires. Bro, that's why you disappointed, bro. You ain't listening. You ain't even going there looking for the right things. And you had the Black person I was telling you about. He told you it ain't about the vampires. It ain't about the jump scares. It's about the message.
saying? Like you
Did
can't
Twilight do it right? I didn't.
be half-ass and shit.
There's an origin or something, a little bit of background.
For example, bro, like when Michael B. Jordan and his vampire brother twins are fighting, that don't happen in the vampire world, bro. You can't have hand-to-hand combat with no vampire, bro. He'll rip your fucking arms off and shove them up.
That is true. I did say that. You would never be fighting no vampires as a human. I'll give him that one.
Yeah, that shit was.
His brother was still conscious and had his mind, bro. His brother didn't want to kill his not changed brother yet. Right. We got Stack and we got Smoke. Stack did not want to kill Smoke. He didn't want to like just rip him to pieces. He wanted to turn him into a vampire so that they could both live together forever. So why would he rip his arms off, you fucking dumbass?
This wasn't believable. Like, bro, pinning a fucking vampire, you're fucking right. And then the girl crying because her husband out there, knowing there's a bunch of vampires out there, and she invites all the vampires in. Like, that shit was fucking goof true.
That was I didn't like that. I will agree with that. That part pissed me off.
The part that I thought that was very, very bad on that part.
And then they actually fighting the vampires too. It's like 5 or 6 of them that don't have no combat experience out besides Michael B. But they handling fucking vampires with bullets, and you can't. Vampires don't die.
Hey, here's another thing. I don't know if y'all, man. Hey, look it. I don't know if y'all have seen it or if y'all remember watching Sinners, bro. But there was niggas dying in the war. Like it was only 6 of them fighting. And it was humans dying as they was fighting, but it was still 6 of them. I ain't gonna lie, that part was a little bit shitty too. That part was just a little bit shitty. Like niggas was dying and getting ate up, but it still was 6 of them fighting against them vampires, bro. Like who died there?
Die from bullets. But
Silver bullets, they do.
See these vampires getting fucked up from bullets.
They weren't dying. They were just getting fucked up.
Vampires coming in to fuck with them. they would have been dead in 2 seconds. How they just dropped the white guy just randomly, like he running through a field, goes to this house. Like they didn't provide no backstory. It's just like they needed a random vampire to pop up to get the story going. Like you need to provide some context. They could have left that part out.
We got the context. The vampire you're talking about was being hunted. Now, yes, it would have been nice if we got a little bit more backstory in regards to, you know, how he became a vampire and all that. But you can only fit so much in one movie. Maybe they plan to explain that in a future movie. Or maybe not. But at the very least, no, a vampire didn't just pop out of nowhere. He was being hunted by the Native Americans.
Like you need to provide some context. They could have left that part out and just continue with the story of how powerful music is and just introduce the vampires then, because then it would make sense of how these vampires came across to Buddy, because the music was that powerful. Like he just happened to be randomly at some town with his family, and then he hears the music and now he's there. And then the fucking Indians. I can
see that.
No, he didn't just hear the music and now he's there. He was being hunted by the Native Americans. He found refuge at a house that belonged to a white supremacist who was actually related to the people who sold, smoke, and stack the barn. And the way vampires work in this movie, when they bite somebody and consume their blood, that person, when they turn into a vampire, they join some sort of a collective hive mind. And so they gain access to all of the knowledge and memories of all the other people who have also been integrated into the hive mind. Because of that, the vampire learned about the barn and understood that at night, when it's safe for vampires to move around, it was going to be a barn filled with all kinds of people, right?
But at the same time, that still might not have needed its own, like, you know what I'm saying? It might not have needed its own scene, because I do think that they kind of introduced the vampire in a little bit of a messy way. They had him running from the Native Americans, and they could have kind of put that in a flashback, save time, and I think it would have been more cinematic if the vampires would have just popped up. Kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like regular white people trying to get into the club. And at first you think, these white people kind of odd, but da-da-da-da. And then later you figure out they vampires, and then maybe throwing that flashback of them running away. Of you know, how he got to that one spot and how he knew where to go and all that. You know what I'm saying? I think that could have been done a little bit better. I see what you're saying. And it probably would have gave you more of that horror film and more of that thriller film to kind of be like, who is this guy? You know what I'm saying? Before he popped up.
All kinds of people that they could then feast upon and then integrate into the hive mind and grow their gang of vampires. That's how they knew about the juke joint. That's how they knew about the barn. And that's why they were all able to play instruments, the vampires, that is. Because we can presume one of the people who has been integrated into the hive mind was a musician at some point. And so they all have the ability to play music and sing and all that.
The Native Americans were chasing them.
So as you can see, basically, I'm showing you that Stevie is just getting all this shit wrong.
Chasing them to kill them because, remember, Native Americans were hunters of the vampires.
Yeah. But that was it. They just had them in there for 2 seconds. And then if the Indians are there,
they were going to show back up during the...
But they didn't.
Did you think that they were going to show up too again or not?
I thought that they were going to include them some other point. You know what I'm saying? These some fucking killers. They know how to handle vamps, and you're going to just, you know, a vamp's running loose in your town or whatever, you're gonna just let the motherfuckers go?
They are trying to fight them during the day when they're weaker and when it's easier to kill them because you have the protection of the sun. They left because the sun was going down, and so they weren't going to come back until the morning at the very least. That's the most logical situation. Also, they understood it was too late. He was already in the house. You feel me? They knew he was cooked already. And so they were like, yeah, we got to get the fuck up out of here because there's about to be more of them and it's about to be nighttime.
Hell yeah, bro. Because the thing is, the people didn't listen. The natives pulled up to the people's house, right? The people gave them refuge. Then they sat there and lied and then met them at the door with a shotgun. And they asked you, like, did a man come over here? They was like, no. And then boom, they was trying not to let the Native Americans in. The Native Americans is not going to sit there and make it their problem. Shit, if y'all want to protect them, protect them. Y'all going to see he going to fuck up y'all town. Native Americans is not about to walk through your damn city, your white city or whatever, hunting for some, like, bro, that's not realistic. They would not have did that back in the day, so why would they do that in the movie, bro?
Stupid. And then you're not going to tell the bitch that there's a vampire in the crib? You're going to just let her fucking get killed? Like to let her know something. Like you about to die if you leave him in there.
They
He's like, hey,
literally
I just
said
hope
that.
you have a
He
good
said
night.
that.
Now he's not who you think he is. We're gonna
Yeah, they had to get the fuck out of there, man. There was no time to do no long talking, no explaining. That was obvious. The sun was going down. They had to get back to safety. That was obvious. This woman, she was a white supremacist, KKK racist. She already was not trying to hear nothing about these Native Americans anyway. They don't even know about vampires. You can tell. If we head over to the Sinners Wiki fandom website, right, we see here Annie, who was Smoke's wife. She moved from Louisiana to Mississippi, which is where the movie was based. They got married. They had a child. The child died. And there was a growing estrangement between them. Now, she was very familiar with voodoo and all kinds of African spirituality.
Yeah.
And so she was aware of vampires. She understood how, in fact, initially she didn't even realize it was a vampire. She was saying it was something else. I can't remember. Yes, in Sinners, the characters initially refer to the threat as haint, a term for Southern black folk belief for evil spirits or restless ghosts, before realizing they are actually vampires. And so we get the sense that in this universe, vampires and these sorts of creatures, these were not things that were believed to be real. They were mystical creatures that you only hear about in folklore, kind of like us. You know, it'd be like, we all know about vampires, but for the most part, none of us really believe vampires are a real thing. So imagine the difficulty that this Native American would have had trying to explain to this white supremacist woman who wanted them off her land anyway, that white man that they just let in because they believe that he was actually being chased by bandits, who this is who this woman now thought these Native Americans were. How hard would it have been for them to explain to her that the man they just let in was a fucking vampire? She wouldn't believe them. And they didn't have much time because they already realized that she had left the vampire alone with her husband. They're cooked. They were already fucked. So it made perfect sense why they just dipped and why they wouldn't come back until the very least the next day, if at all.
And then you're not gonna tell the bitch that there's a vampire in the crib. You're gonna just let her fucking get killed. Like to let her know something. Like you about to die if you leave him in there. He's like, hey, I just hope you have a good night. Now he's not who you think he is. We're gonna bounce. That shit was stupid.
Yeah,
he got a shotgun, or she got a shotgun to the nigga nose. She met him at the door with a double barrel like these. Bro, come on now. You gotta be so serious, bro.
I mean, he tried to beat the sunset because he didn't want the vampires to come after him.
He wanted to smoke. I want him. Bring his ass out. We're gonna fuck his ass up. But
yes, but he was already weakened from the sun and whatever attacks they've already landed on him, and there was only one of him before. Now it was about to be 2 to 3 of them, and it was about to be nighttime. Yeah. And he just ate, so he would have healed himself. So it makes perfect sense why they didn't want the smoke anymore. One hurt vampire is completely different than 3 strong, healthy vampires at night.
He was on some they know what the fuck they doing type of time. But then all right, well if you kill vamps, you gonna let this vamp kill this family? And then like I didn't know how woke this shit was until after I read about all the double meanings and shit, dog. But once I realized what the fuck the movie was about, it's just like a woke propaganda piece. Because it's
what was woke about it?
Right.
Because the meaning.
Now, first of all, woke is a very good thing. Everybody should be woke, but let's hear him bitch moan and complain about it.
Behind the movie is
get it wrong, probably.
The vampires are irrelevant. The vampire is the metaphor for white people appropriating black culture. So the black people are in the juke joint having a black time. It's black owned. We having a good time. This is our shit. And then they playing the music.
It has nothing to do with cultural appropriation. Cultural appropriation is when people from one culture, usually the dominant or more powerful group, take or use elements from another culture, often a marginalized or oppressed one, without understanding, respecting, or crediting their original meaning or context.
I'm not gonna lie, that kind of is like the concept of it. The vampires and how they could steal the information kind of is a big symbol of culture appropriation, because it's like kind of, if you, with the hive mindset that they had, if you could sit there and boom, let's just say Sammy, for instance, they could literally sit there, bite Sammy, boom, and once Sammy becomes a vampire, boom, all of them can play the guitar like Sammy can. You know what I'm saying? All of them can play the guitar like Sammy can. All of them can sing like Sammy can. But they don't really realize the roots of, like, you know what I'm saying, why Sammy had that talent, or like how that's rooted into his like blood, bro. You know what I'm saying? Or really like how that's rooted into like his culture. They're just like, oh, monkey see, monkey do type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we bite them and we got it. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of is, it's cultural appropriation for sure. It's elements in there for sure. That's how you would translate it into modern day. Like, they're culture vultures, culture vampires. Like, that's kind of what they was.
You see that happen in the movie. When did this happen in the movie? It never did. So I don't know what white red pill incel fucking bitch made loser on the internet in the conservative space that you're listening to that's just calling it cultural appropriation, when by definition cultural appropriation did not occur in this movie, bro. What this really was about is how, in my opinion, how throughout history black people have made efforts, made attempts, in spite of the racism, in spite of the oppression, have made attempts to separate themselves from white people and create spaces where they are celebrated and welcome. Think about HBCUs. And white people, time and time again, have infiltrated these spaces and destroyed them. So whether they do it covertly, trying to fly under the radar, or they do it overtly, pulling up on horses with white hoods on and burning down cities and lynching people. The point is, throughout history, we see this happening time and time again. Black people trying to mind their fucking business, and then white supremacists come through and destroy it. And so, if anything, if there was any woke element to the movie, I would say that would be it from my own personal,
that's one of them
same
too.
point of view.
That definitely
So it's
is
like
one
the
of them
white
too.
people taking over black spaces, right? That's why they try to emphasize how important music is, specifically to black people, where they had that scene where Buddy's going crazy.
But also there's a certain type of envy that comes with it too. I would also say, if you look at it and try to attribute characters to, like, you know, your 7 deadly sins and everything too, I think you'll see another message, because there was a lot of envy. Envy came from the vampires too, which is why it's like they can't just leave them alone. You know what I'm saying? They got to get in there. They got to get in the mix, or like they got to have it before they destroy it. You know what I'm saying? They got to take the talent and leave the rest.
Crazy playing the blues, and they show like how powerful it is, and you see how the future, and you see the past, and how it's rooted in our DNA and all that. They're trying to show how powerful music is to the black culture, to emphasize that point.
Did you like that scene, at least how they meshed all the musics together and stuff?
No. 'Cause I was already off at that point, bro. I was already pissed at that point.
Did you read this woke stuff before?
But of course, I kind of lost track there. The main thing we really should be responding to is how he said he did not like that scene where we saw all that scene gave me chills the first time I saw that shit, bro. When we got to see all the different eras of black music, right?
Yes.
Going all the way back to Africa, and then coming all the way back to where we are today and everything in between. The only way you could not like
No, bro. Even deeper than that, you see how everything stemmed from the blues. You saw how every single genre, no matter what it was, whether it was hip hop, whether, you know what I'm saying, you got the, you know what I'm saying, whether you got Asian music, bro, whether you had country, you know what I'm saying, whether you had jazz, bro, all of it stemmed from the blues. The blues was created in African culture by black people, bro. Black people was the first ones to do the blues. You see how black people have laid the foundation for music in general. That's why that shit was so crazy.
that scene is if you just don't appreciate black history and black culture, which goes back to what I said at the very beginning of this video. Guys like Stevie Knight pretend that their criticisms for black people is about holding people accountable, when in all reality, he just hates everything black. He admitted that he did not see this cultural appropriation point of view until after he watched the movie and really watched a YouTube video by some white conservative hating on the movie. That was when he saw that angle.
I was already pissed at that point.
Did you read this woke stuff before you went?
No, after.
So exactly. So even his friend is like, hold on, you read the woke stuff after? So what was you pissed about?
But that's why the movie's so appealing to...
You see that he cut. You see? You look at this. He got caught. You are a fucking weasel, Stevie Knight. Look at this shit.
I was already off at that point, bro. I was already pissed at that point.
Did you read this woke stuff before you went?
No, after. But that's why the movie...
See, he cut. He cut because that don't make no sense. You're a fucking raccoon, dude.
So appealing to the black community specifically is because they're purporting this message behind it, bro. It's like about culture vulture, white appropriation, and how white people are just, vampire sucking black energy.
I liked it because of like the way that they showed it, like the authenticity of like the.
Also, this is a movie set in Jim Crow, Mississippi, sir. What is it? Do you want black people to just not make any movies about their first 400 years in America? Right? We just shit out so many movies glorifying whiteness and white history across the world, going all the way back to Rome and even before that, right? But black people, we're not supposed to make any art that talks about the shit that we've been through here in the West.
Guess not.
Right. That makes you uncomfortable because you're uncomfortable being black.
Costumes, the town.
Production was fucking phenomenal.
The production was good as shit. I
Yeah.
thought Michael B. Jordan did his thing.
The acting was phenomenal. The production was phenomenal, but the story was whack. Like, if you just think about it, the plot was it was stupid. Vampires pull up on black people partying, and then that's it. There was no plot. The scene with all the vampires died, that's fucking whack. The vampire just stayed out there and saw the sun come up and just volunteered to die. Like, y'all saw the sun coming up. Like, your master is about to get killed, but y'all don't have to stand out there and get killed with him. And they made it abundantly clear in the movie that, like, usually in vampire movies, you kill the head vampire, all the vampires die. But they made it clear in this shit that that's not the way it was. You got to kill that fucking vampire. So if the head vampire, even at the end, like the end of credits, Michael B. Jordan, his girl was still alive. So the head vampire had nothing to do with them. So all them vampires just stayed out there and died for nothing.
Right.
They could have fucking left.
I would agree. I will agree with that. At the very least, yes, it didn't seem as if they were trying desperately to survive. They kind of died pretty easily, I think. Allowed themselves to be caught in the sun. They weren't really acting like people who were trying to survive. So again, I'm not saying that the movie is perfect, but very few things in this life are. And so yeah, okay, that's a valid criticism. That's probably the second valid criticism I've heard in this whole review. The first being when that Chinese woman, she let everybody in, all the vampires, into the barn by saying, hey, come on in here. Now, I think you can make a justification for it.
I would say that here'll be my justification for it, because you see it, bro. Like, when it come down to it, the lighter the skin, the more invested they were into, the environment they was. I mean, this was a spot created for black people. Yeah, you saw a couple other fair-skinned people there. The lighter the skin, the less that they really cared to protect the environment that they was in. And I don't think it's no coincidence that the fairest skinned person is the one that left them the most vulnerable and allowed all the vampires to infiltrate in there.
Saw her husband get turned into a vampire, and they're threatening to go and kill her child as well. Go back to the town and kill her child. And so I can think from a selfish and panicking point of view, she might be like, either I'm going to kill y'all or y'all going to kill me, but I'm not just going to stay here in this barn overnight and allow you to go and kill my daughter. And so I can kind of sympathize with it, but it did still feel a bit foolish and selfish. If anything, you can make an argument that the people who were making the movie, the producer, Ryan Coogler, you could make the argument that he was actually trying to tap into the fact that the relationship between blacks and Asians in this country has been one that has been a little bit more mutually beneficial than the relationship between blacks and white, or I suppose we could say a lot more mutually beneficial. However, as soon as their own personal interests are at stake, they are very quick to sell out the black community.
I saw that.
Right? That is how Asians have been. They come into black
I'm not gonna
neighborhoods,
say that's
they
how
set
all
up
Asians
shops,
are,
they get
but-
rich there. They even develop friendly relationships with black people.
Because I ain't gonna lie, who's the main ones getting their nails done? Let's just be honest. Who's the main ones getting their nails done versus who's the main ones doing the nails? And when you put it in perspective like that, yeah, it is. It's a mutually beneficial relationship kind of that they share, kind of to a certain degree. And then, yeah, if ever that mutual relationship, that mutual benefit stopped mutually benefiting, yeah, you ain't gonna, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, they gonna do black people like how every other, and I ain't even saying they, I'm just saying, like, you know, I could see what he was trying to capture in that. I'm not even gonna stereotype like that though, because that's exactly why I ain't even go
People. But as soon as shit hits the fan and they have to choose between protecting themselves and their own or standing with black people, they always sell out the black people. And so, if anything, that was what they were trying to tap into where that was concerned.
They contradict themselves, bro. If the message behind the fucking movie is to highlight appropriation of black culture,
that's not the movie at all. That's not the message of the movie at all.
How white people do that shit. What's the point of having the pretty white girl involved with Michael B. Jordan be the lead cause of everything happening? Right? It's because of her that the vampires got in the motherfucking the crib. The point of the movie is to demonize white.
Right. Well, one, she wasn't full white. She was a quarter black, so she was mixed race. So there's that. But secondly, I think it speaks to how well-meaning white people put black people in jeopardy because they don't want to confront just how bigoted, evil, and wicked white culture has been in this country towards black people. There are a lot of progressive white people who try to shoot bail for their conservative friends and family. They're not racist. They just don't understand. Now, the white people, they're woke. The ones who are trying to be good allies of black people. Sometimes because even for them, they seem to struggle with fully accepting just how terrible white supremacy has been and how ingrained it is truly in the minds of pretty much all non-woke white people. They take for granted just how bad it really is. And so if anything, we can see this right here happening with this mixed girl. It's even more relevant because she is mixed. Because imagine being a mixed person, right, in this country, like half white, half black. I'm sure a lot of people who are born in that position, they feel like they have to reject one side of them. They either have to reject the white side or reject the black side. I mean, to be honest, you really can't be half white or half black. In this country, the concept of race was, again, invented for the sake of European enslavement of Africans, for the sake of creating a slave class and a free class that's entitled to rights. And so you can't be halfway entitled to rights, which is why they have the one drop rule. It's either you're black or you're white. You can't be both in the system of white supremacy, right? It just doesn't make sense. Because remember, before the enslavement of Africans, this concept of race, the way how we understand it today, didn't exist. People
and like I'm even going to take it a step further, and I'm going to say that because like I'm going to say that the only people who are confused by that usually are the biracial people, which is exactly why I think they entered in through her. Because when they came to the black people turned them away when they, you know what I'm saying, met a black person at the door. All the black people at the door. All the black people turned them away without a shiver of doubt. But I ain't gonna lie, the first person, you know what I'm saying, who gave them the time of day was her. You know what I'm saying? Old girl that was 75% white and a quarter black. And it's only because I felt like she felt some type of obligation. You know what I'm saying? She obviously kicked it with the black people. She obviously was kicking it with the black people. She obviously was cool with them. But yeah, to reject them or allow them to just be rejected and stuff like that and sit out there, she felt probably like she would be denying a part of herself, which is probably, they attacked that. Even though, you know, to them, she black. I ain't gonna lie. To them, she black. But they don't mind playing off of the fact that she looks white and she's white passing in order to just gain entry and get what they want. You know what I'm saying? And that's really deep when you really think about it, bro. That's really deep.
Identified based on geographical areas that they came from. They identified based on whatever their religious faith was. This concept of black, white, Asian, Hispanic, this shit is a creation of white supremacy.
No
for
cap.
the sake of
Stop giving it away.
justifying why black people shouldn't have rights and should be slaves. And so how can you be half of a slave? How can you be half of someone that is entitled to own slaves? It doesn't make sense. This is the dilemma of the half black, half white person. And they might not see it like that today because of all the advancements that we have made in society in terms of culture and how we, relate to one another. But when that is the foundation of the concept of whiteness and blackness, that's why we see these half white, half black people typically struggle with their identity because of what it's rooted in.
So the white people coming in to take over, but the white people that y'all are championing is like, she's culturally down, like she grew up with us and shit, but she the pretty white girl that lets the vampires in. Like she's the
You keep calling her pretty. Okay, bro, we get it.
reason everything popped off. She got Michael B. Jordan, everything popped off because of that. And then at the same time, if you want to empower black people, bro, why would you have this big black fat girl be the representation of like the black savior woman? She was the one that knew the shit. She knew how to kill the vampire.
This big black fat girl is crazy, bro. First of all, let's take a look at the actress. He's talking about this woman, my friends. This tall glass of water is what he is describing as a big fat. I mean, he should have just thrown in ugly while he was at it, because that's how you feel. He was trying to say that this, bro, she's not a skinny, rail thin white girl. We understand that. She's a very full-bodied black woman. And if you actually took the time to look into the history of how traversing the transatlantic slave trade, how crossing the waters, like, think about this, right? You had millions of Africans that were thrown onto boats in chains. Under the deck, they were kept. They were given, you can't even call it food, bro. They were not given enough water. They were not given enough food. They were not given enough vitamins and minerals. And so the black people who had a higher calorie requirement or food requirement in order to survive and stay healthy, they were going to be the most likely to die during that journey. The people who needed the most, the black people that survived that journey and then survived the hardship of slavery, these were the black people who genetically and biologically are designed in such a way where we run very efficient. We don't need a lot of food in order to be healthy. We don't need a lot of food in order to have a lot of energy and be strong. You don't really think of white guys going to prison and getting buff and swole. I'm sure it happens to a degree, but you usually think of black guys. Why? Because really, it's only the black man that can go to prison and live off of a prison diet and still get swole as fuck. We don't need a lot of food. We don't need a lot to be strong and healthy. What I think happened, because of that forced selection where black people who needed less to survive were more likely to live, when you fast forward to today, where we have this overabundance of very fatty, high-calorie foods, it's very easy for black people to get overweight. Black women aren't more overweight than white women because black women have less self-control. Black women and white women are just as equally addicted to this sweet, salty, savory food as everybody else.
And it's just how the body reacts. I'm not even gonna lie. That makes sense, because I ain't gonna lie. I study this too, bro. Y'all know that black people are more at risk for dang near any disease that you could think of, bro. Strokes, hypertension, diabetes. I mean, come on now, dementia. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, anything, bro. Like, black people are more susceptible to all that stuff. Asthma. You know what I'm saying? This stuff come from history, bro. This come from history, bro. Your ancestors were stressed out, and that's gonna get passed down through DNA. Asthma, yeah, your ancestors was breathing in dust and sleeping on dusty floors, and you know what I'm saying, sleeping in sheds. Of course, you're gonna have asthma, bro. That's get passed down through the DNA, like all types of things. So your body, our ancestors was built to be able to survive harder conditions, which is why we can come up you know what I'm saying, kind of in a semi-privileged society, you know what I'm saying, things like that. We could come up in that, and our bodies kind of don't know how to handle or adapt to it. We still go through stressors and stuff like that too, some of which was passed down, but also some of which just come from our environments, and our bodies adapt to that. Everybody's really do. You have a lifetime of stress, man, see if your shoulders don't get big. See, you know what I'm saying? See if your body don't adapt to that lifetime of stress and get a little bit stronger. Literally working out is you stressing out your body to, you know what I'm saying, get bigger, make your body tougher. So black people being bigger boned just is because, you know, the weight of the world kind of fall a little bit harder on them. You got to be built a little bit tougher in order to really survive it. You can't be built paper thin as a black person. I ain't gonna lie.
But our genetics ain't built for that shit no more. You feel me? Those brothers and sisters that were built like that needed more food in order to be strong and healthy, they died. They couldn't make it. It had to be the most durable Africans that made it to this country. Bro, I didn't eat yesterday. I don't eat every day. I realize that I don't need to eat every day in order to feel good and have energy. So when you take that into account, you wouldn't be so quick to be so judgmental and harsh on black women when you see that they struggle with obesity more than white women. And that's before we even touch on, you know what I'm saying, food deserts and all of that shit. That is also a problem. Yep, but if you go and look at a lot of African cultures or African countries, they don't struggle with obesity in the same way. Why? Because their ancestors weren't dragged across the fucking Atlantic in chains. You know what I'm saying? So they have a wider variety of body types that can cope with consuming more food than we can. That's my theory. You know what I'm saying? I really like to rely on data and evidence, and I'm sure it exists, bro, but that's just what common sense tell me from just seeing how my body behaves and my family and just black people in general, bro. We don't need to eat like that. We don't need to eat that much food. We get our energy. We're incredibly efficient at extracting energy from food.
This big black fat girl be the representation of like
piece of shit.
The black savior woman. She was the one that knew the shit. She knew how to kill the vampire. She was the one to put everybody on game. You would represent the black woman in that regard, this big fat black girl, but then have the white girl, the pretty white girl, the pretty motherfucker, and she's the reason why everybody got fucked up.
What's wrong even if she was overweight, right? Like, let's say I don't believe that she's this big flat black woman like he's describing her. I think is a very beautiful woman, right, with a beautiful body. But let's say she was like really overweight, like morbidly obese, truly morbidly obese. So obese people can't be represented. Obese people can't be, you know what I'm saying, good people. They can't be important people that do important things that help their people.
No, because society has a beauty standard, and beauty has to look a certain type of way in society. It's really a society problem. That's why you got people walking around here who bulimic and anorexic and stuff like that, because they think that they becoming the models that they see in magazines or on Vogue and stuff like that. The whole time, really, you just make yourself paper thin, which really is affecting every single body system in a negative way, including your brain. Just saying. Society ain't always right. Don't be trying to conform yourselves to society, bro.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with creating positive images of people, real people that are a part of our society? And he just completely, he's talking about, oh, where is the black woman, the beautiful, more, you know what I'm saying? Bro, we had that in the movie as well. That version of the black woman was also represented. We had Jamie Lawson in this movie, who was a protagonist, right? She was a good guy. She's gorgeous, and she's in amazing shape physically, right? She's in amazing shape physically. So you just have you have a problem with there being any person, any black woman in the movie who is overweight. Notice how he doesn't have a problem, by the way, with the overweight black men that were in the movie. It's only the overweight black women that he takes issue with. But that was essentially his review, man. He goes on to talk about other things. He talks about Get Out a little bit towards the end of this video. So that was a terrible take. Truly a great example of how being a raccoon and a self-hating black person gets you to hate everything about black people and blackness. It doesn't just stop at, yo, I just have a problem with these YNs. I have a problem with gang culture. I have a problem with the single motherhood rate. They hate everything black, bro. They are complete sellouts. They are complete sellouts. But you let me know what you think in the comment section down below, man. Thank you for watching. And until next time, peace out.
Man, what y'all think about that, bro? What y'all think about that, bro? Bill Packard made his wife feel insecure, so he had to bust out the cape and double down on the tap dancer, man. Really, house smooth, man. Got smoked in here. The fate on the others. Dang, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Stevie, they ain't messing with you for that one, bro. They ain't messing with you for that one, boy. Yeah. Man, he just wanted the white people to win. Hey, my gentleman said this. He hated it, bro. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Dog was for sure hating. Man, is there anything else that y'all wanted me to look at? Is there anything else? Let me see. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Hold on 1 second. Dang, let's see. Hey, why I just find something stupid? Hold on. 10 minutes. Hold on. I got a quick little 10-minute video and I'm gonna wrap it up after that, bro, because there ain't no way. Hey, bro, what? This is gonna be stupid. Y'all know who these people is. Hey, bro, hold on. Look at that. This gotta be stupid.
Cheersing to your resilience for your, situation.
Mm-hmm.
You being a stand-up father, I'm sure everybody's so happy for you. Cheers, chat. If you got a glass, take a cheers for a big move. Bum, 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 bum. W Dada in the chat, everybody.
W Dada.
Did DDG beat Rock Nation?
Try to deep with this, man. Hey. DDG and yes, sir. Yes, sir. Imagine not being able to see your kid and doing all the difficult. That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm telling y'all. I know it sounds cool having baby mamas. I know I told y'all I was gonna have 5 baby mamas. I'm not trying to do that no more. Like, I'm not trying to do that. That's ass. It's ass, bro. People out here trying to have baby makes everything difficult, bro. To find a real one and start your family, bro. Okay. Bro, imagine not being able to see your kid when you want. Nigga, that's crazy. Happy for him, though. DDG once said they trying to kill a nigga career, but somehow that never died. Hey, bro. Don't be out here trying to have baby mamas and stuff, bro. All trolls aside, glad a father is being reunited with his kid. Fact.
I heard my son FaZe move and fall. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. All right, Mo. Oh, now, whoa. Before y'all have a celebration, DDG does not have full custody.
Imagine being able to build anything.
Hey, bro, why my YouTube Premium not working?
44.
Bro, niggas is acting like DDG hasn't seen his son in months. What the f is Max talking about? A father finally reuniting with his son? Huh? He's seen Halo last week. Happy birthday. Bro, I ain't gonna lie. A lot of y'all niggas got no comprehension skills, bro. Y'all seen one headline and thought DDG defeated the Little Mermaid. No, bro. Holly still has majority of the custody. Bravo! Let me give y'all the details since DDG squad is throwing celebration parties already. Now, yes, DDG and the Little Mermaid dropped their domestic restraining orders. And they did come to agreement on custody. Now, if y'all heard DDG's latest music video, 17 More Years, I think that's legitimately what got this restraining order dropped, bro. If we talk, it'll get better, go ahead and drop the case. He was like, he don't want to fight no more. Just call my phone and let's drop the case. I still got love for you. You're my baby mama, but you know what I'm saying? I just want to see my son grow up. So now DDG and the Little Mermaid are officially allowed to be in the same room together. But if any future incident of abuse occurs, all those domestic violence claims are right back on the table. Now, as for custody, they worked out a temporary arrangement that gives DDG custody on Wednesdays and certain weekends. Bro, y'all niggas thought Halo was just gonna be living with DDG now? Psych! Now, I'm not downplaying the situation. This is still a W for DDG, but this man cannot see his son whenever he wants. And I mean, this is just the reality of co-parenting, bro. DDG and the Little Mermaid are no longer together, although it looks like they squashed beef. And oh yeah, this is maybe the most important part y'all didn't understand. Both parties are still not allowed to post Halo on social media. Y'all niggas really thought Halo was gonna be on the next stream. Psych! No, bro. A lot of these rules are still in effect. And DDG and the Little Mermaid are not allowed to talk ill about each other on the internet, bro. And if y'all really want to get into detail about this custody situation, for the first 60 days, like I said, DDG will have physical custody every Wednesday from morning until evening. He will also have Halo each month on the second and fourth Saturday, and Holly will have Halo all other times. Little Mermaid will have Halo all other times.
So you mean to tell me that this dude get to see his kids 6 days out the month? Oh my God, bro. Oh my God.
Now for the next 60 days, DDG will be allowed to have Halo overnight on some days. Okay. And for the holiday schedule, Halo will be with DDG on Halloween and Father's Day.
Aww. That's it?
Father's Day. I'm just kicking. It was Father's Day. He didn't have his kids, so I'm sure he was feeling some type of way.
Now, Holly will have Halo on Thanksgiving, Christmas Eve, and New Year's Day. And they will split time with him on Christmas Day and his birthday. Now, if y'all remember in DDG's latest song, he said him and Holly might as well get together on Halo's birthday and light the cake.
We should all get together on his birthday, light the cake.
They'll all probably be together as a family on Christmas and Halo's birthday, but remember, there will be no vlog, there will be no Snapchats, nothing, bro. They can't post nothing on social media about Halo. And also, their families must comply with this order. So nobody in their family can post Halo. So, hey, man, at the end of the day, it looks like they're working together for the greater good. Looks like Holly is going to have Halo probably like 70 to 75% of the time. But, hey, man, DDG doesn't have to worry about no restraining orders or, you know what I'm saying? There's no toxicity anymore.
Sure.
And remind you, this temporary custody agreement is for the next 60 days. So I guess after these 2 months, there will be a new agreement. But as for right now, this is what they got. Hey,
bro, DDG ain't getting no playing time in this custody battle, bro. Like 6 days out of the month, bro, and not even a full 6 days, bro. You get from the morning to the evening on Wednesdays, bro. That's not even a full day. Dang, bro. Damn.
Man, so regardless of what happened in the past, Holly said DDG was giving her Chris Brown animations.
No!
Holly was spamming down on her right analog stick.
Mama!
It looks like they're finally putting their differences to the side. No need to bash DDG, no need to bash the Little Mermaid.
Rock Nation tried, Halle lied, DDG and 5.
There's no DDG and 5, Rock Nation tried and all that, bro. At the end of the day, they're all a team, bro. And like DDG said, they got 17 more years.
Why you got them thinking that you Tina and I'm Ike? I can never hate you, me and you created life.
All right, guys. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I just needed a little bit of ignorance. I just need a little bit of ignorance to end it off, bro. That's all I needed. That was all I needed. I'm good now. I promise. I got it out of my system. Anyways, bro. Yeah. No, that's gonna wrap it up, bro. Honestly, let me know how y'all messed with the episode. You know what I'm saying? For those people who are watching it afterward, please don't forget to subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget to like. Don't forget to comment. And also, don't forget to tap into the MIDI Lab show tomorrow for our 1-year anniversary. I appreciate y'all. I thank y'all so much for everything that y'all have been doing. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all, the people who always tap in here. You know what I'm saying? A couple regulars I want to shout out. You know what I'm saying? It's Nisha Shanae. I want to shout out Nisha Shanae. I want to shout out Malicious. I want to shout out, you know what I'm saying, some of the people in the chat today, Jaguar and Paul, you know what I'm saying, Jaguar, Thizzle, Vicious Paul popped in here, you know what I'm saying, 18 Rabbit popped in here, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that, and I just want to let y'all know, boom, like, I really appreciate that, man. I owe all y'all a big one, you know what I'm saying, and everything like that. I also want to, you know, just remind people to go ahead and check out the dialogue on Tuesday. It's a very interesting Bible discussion ran by A2 Breezy, man, in a very interactive way, to the point where all people are welcome, no matter what you believe in, and we can sit around, talk, debate ideas and stuff like that, but really just talk about the Bible and sharpen our swords and understandings. Y'all know that y'all got me on Wednesdays, you know what I'm saying, when we gonna sit here and we gonna react to stuff that's going on or whatever. We gonna have fun, kick it, we gonna ball out with LXL. You already know how it is. And then on Thursdays we got the MIDI Lab show. All right, debate style hip hop bass show where we're breaking down, you know what I'm saying, topics and everything every week. Like I said, we got a new song premiering tomorrow on the MIDI Lab show as a part of our 1-year celebration, man. It's going to be a really big episode, man. I really want y'all to tap in and everything. It's going to be good vibes. And I just want to see y'all in there, bro. I just want to see y'all, you know what I'm saying? Really join the family, you know what I'm saying? Really be at home, you know, come in there and join up, bro. So without further ado, I ain't even going to drag it for long, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's been real. It's your boy LXL. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my kids, shout out to my son, shout out to my daughters. But you know what I'm saying? For now, I think I'm out this piece.
It's this one thing that got me tripping. It's this one thing that got me tripping. You dig? This one thing you saw me feeling. It's this one thing you did. It's this one thing that caught me slipping. It's this one thing I want you admit it. You did this one thing and I was so with it.
Projects.
First I caught the bag and put a Glock up in it, I'm about it. Next I pulled up on my favorite op and made them empty pockets. New tech imported to the city, niggas bringing rockets. I could get it at the retail price and resell it on StockX. I got somewhere I'm supposed to be right now, but I'm in Compton. I've been really bad for business lately, I've been steady dropping. His numbers up, he think he doing better than me, nigga stop it. Joker got this handshake that could show you that we really locked in. Why my shit be blinging in the sun while I be trying to pop shit? All I'm really seeing is the money, diamonds in my eyelids. I was really rich before the money, I was lit without it. Always keep the hoes around, they all got tea, they tryna clock it. She done been around for 6 months, can she really help it? Chaining day coming up quick, she gon' get a necklace. Every time I bring malicious round, shit be getting hectic. He gon' let you know exactly who and who not to mess with. Cash behind me, we knocked 3 goals off our checklist. He said it's time to really spin in that big body Benz. Catch me out in ATL this summer, I'm in Christian's crib. Everyone from Detroit to Atlanta finna hear the whip. Since 2021 I've been screaming big body Benz. Hella songs I can't even drop, I don't wanna snitch. I had told him if I die tonight I don't want y'all to spend. But here's a number I need you to call and they'll take care of it. Knowing that my people taken care of gon' bring me to tears. I done had my ducks all in a row since I jumped in that water. 22 and I'm already thinking about my sons and daughters. I'ma be a father that was way better than my father. He say he a shark, but I'm a shark too, let's see who's stronger. If you find an AR in the bushes somewhere in Ann Arbor, I'ma need my shit back for real, son, I need you to call me. Lately I just ain't been feeling right since I ain't had it on. I ain't coming to your party not for free, since you used to charge. And producers really trust me with they beat, cause they know I'm the hardest. 10 toes down and 2 feet, I don't even bargain. Doggy tryna text about the beans, I'll find a new garden. Doggy musta popped one of his beans, he chasing leafy greens. I'm finna supercharge this RA and take off like Rocket League. I wanna live stream my antics, but they'll be watching me. I just went and got this new Mac that hold a 50 piece. I ain't even got my CPL and I conceal it still. Met up in the park, but after dark I left him in the field. Rings bigger than the Super Bowl, I'm in the NFL. Sneaker legends know I'm coming through, I'm finna buy a shell. 10 toes down and 2 feet, it's like I never fell. Anybody rapping with this flow took it from LXL. As long as you listen to my songs, I'll make sure you do well. 2 twin Glocks, they need a name like Keenan and Kel. One day my name gon' become essential like it's fear of God. How my gun gon' really trump shit cause it's a 45. Home base gon' be up out of space, my Rick and Morty vibes. Name a nigga grinding harder than me, nigga, you a lie. One day my name gon' become essential like it's fear of God. My uncle said I'll be the president because he know that I humble niggas, uncontrollable and unfuckwittable. These niggas cannot miss me with that bullshit, I'm invisible. Your girlfriend went and got hit cause she divisible. These niggas cannot miss me with that bullshit, I'm invisible.